Hi everybody, so my name is Danni Wells, Regional Vice President with Arbonne International, and I started my business with this company a year ago. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through how the business actually works, a bit of history behind it, a bit about the products, a bit about the compensation and the marketing structure behind it. So I'm just going to share my screen here so I can take you through the slideshow. So as I was saying before, if you haven't watched the video before this, where I talk about a bit about my journey, is I used to work as a dispensing optician for 7 years. Absolutely loved my career. But then what happened to us was my second daughter was born with a lot of medical complications, and it meant I had to leave my career to be her full-time carer. And that left us in a financial absolute pickle. And my friend introduced me to the concept of network marketing. To be honest, I was a bit misunderstood about what it was in the beginning. I thought it was something that it's not. When I did my research and really looked into it, I realised that I was already doing network marketing. I just wasn't getting paid for it. So I was already spending money on breakfast, lunch, drinks, shower gel, makeup, personal care products, products for my children, products for my family. I was already spending money on these products, but I was paying full price rather than now I pay wholesale. And I was already recommending things before anyway, especially on social media. I would be really quick to put on social media about what I liked. And now I get paid to recommend these products to people. So it's really exciting. So I'm just going to take you through a little bit about Arbonne. So the history of Arbonne was that there was an amazing man called Peter Mork, who unfortunately now has passed away now. But years and years ago, he was brought up by a single mum, and he had an enormous passion to make a difference in the world. He was one of those people, you know this sort of people, it could even be yourself, the sort of people that have just got a massive drive to make a difference in the world. They just want to leave a legacy. They want to be one of those people where at their funeral, people say what a difference they made, what an amazing person they were, how they fought through, and they did this for other people. He was one of those types of people that wanted to leave that legacy. And he wanted his the people in his little town to have the very best skincare and nutrition in the world, because he realized that a lot of companies were putting chemicals, and it was actually getting worse and worse, the amount of chemicals they were putting into products to make them cheaper, to make them last 7-8 years on a shelf, to really squeeze as much profit as they could out of every single bottle of shampoo or energy drink or skincare. They wanted to squeeze every drop of profit out of people, and how they could do that, instead of putting the price of the product up, was to make the price of the product cheaper in terms of ingredients. So they just bulked it with absolute rubbish. One of the biggest things that people bulk their products in is mineral oil, which is a byproduct of petrol. So basically something that isn't good enough to go in petrol, they sell, and then the cosmetics companies buy it dirt cheap, so like pence cheap, and then they fill up our bottles of shower gel or shaving gel, toothpaste, whatever it may be, with this awful byproduct, so that they can have a cheaper ingredient in it and still sell it for a couple of quid to us. So they're really squeezing out every bit of profit. So this man, Peter Mork, he was really cross about this. And he didn't think it was fair, and he especially didn't think it was fair that people weren't aware of this either. So what he decided was he was going to go off and find the people that he was going to take his idea and find people that could create the best skincare and nutrition that had ever been made, that had none of the nasties in, that wasn't a profit-driven company, it was a people-driven company. And he was going to, instead of selling them in a shop, so for a product to be sold in a shop and have advertising, the price of the product has to go up significantly to pay for the celebrity that's endorsing your product on TV or in a magazine. The shop has its own overheads to pay for and staff. So how they're all paid for is by the price of the product. So roughly 80% of what you pay for your product. So if you buy a £1 bottle of shampoo, 80% of that 80p is just paying for the staff to get that from where it's made to you. And then you're looking at a couple of pence for the ingredients, and then you're paying the rest of it. So Peter was like, no, I'm not having this. And because he was brought up by a single mum, he was enormously passionate about average, put my little speech bubbles up, average people, obviously we're not average, but we're just saying, he wanted average people to have the chance to have an extraordinary life. So a lot of companies are owned by CEOs, people at the top, and they're raking all the profits. But he thought all the people at the bottom of those companies are slogging their guts. They're never, ever going to be earning the type of money that the CEOs earn. They're never going to have the chance to climb that ladder. And that frustrated him, especially because he was brought up by this single mom. And that made him really passionate, because he thought, it's not fair that my mum has had to bring me up and not have the opportunity that people should be able to have. So he looked at the structure of network marketing and he thought, oh my gosh, this is it. This is absolutely it, for two reasons. The first reason was, if he sold his products through network marketing, it means there's no shop, no advertisements, no marketing, none of that. So that 80% that we normally pay for our products, for our mineral oil, oh joy, it cuts that out. So products are moved directly from where they're made at the manufacturers, ordered online and delivered straight to the person using its door. So there's none of that middle stuff. So that keeps the price really down. So he knew he could make products that really could have been sold at thousands of pounds level through a shop. He could bring the price right down so they're affordable. So yes, they're the best products in the world, but they're also affordable for the average person to be able to get their hands on. Because why shouldn't average people use the very best skincare? Why shouldn't we be able to use that? So that was the first reason why he chose network marketing. And the second reason was because his products wouldn't then have to have the shelf life and preservatives in to have that shelf life. And it also means that his products are recommended by people that are using them. So instead of going to the shops, picking off the shelf what you want and having it scanned through the till by somebody that's probably not used that product at all, probably doesn't care if it's the right type of product for you, the right color, the right nutrition for you, that has the right elements in for you. They don't care. They just scan it through the till and pop it in a bag. He wanted this company to have consultants that use the products and would recommend them based on their honest thoughts and feelings. So people are more likely to buy something based on a friend saying to them, you know, I use this soap and it's really good. I use this mascara, it's growing my eyelashes. I've used this product for my kids, it's got rid of their eczema, like anything like that. He wanted people to give honest recommendations, and then people would purchase them based on an honest recommendation. So that's kind of the story behind Arbonne. This started 35 years ago, and he also wanted it to start off slowly. So instead of just launching into every single company, like a lot of companies do, they just literally they're all out there. He was like, no, let's start this off in America and Canada, and let's gradually build it up. Let's listen to our consultants, hear what they've got to say, and make improvements based on what the people out in the field say. So people like us. So I can contact head office and say, this is what I found. You know, I think you should improve the lid. I think you should do this. I think you should do this. Whatever it is that we say, they take into consideration. And that was Petter's legacy. He wanted us to be listened to. So they started off in a couple of countries, and now very, very slowly they've gone into the United Kingdom, Australia, Poland, and we're launching into Taiwan soon. So even though we're a well-established 35-year-old company, we still have not globalized yet. So that for me was huge, because I honestly saw this as being involved with something like Facebook or Google before it globalized. And that for me was one of the biggest things that got me thinking, this could create not only myself but my family and my friends into self-made millionaires by being involved with this company while it's at a ground floor opportunity. So that's a little bit about the Arbonne story. So I've touched a little bit about the products. So the products are literally better than anything else you've ever used in your entire life. They're all plant-based formulations. So Petter's legacy was to create the best products with the best of science and nature. So a lot of products are completely and utterly botanical and natural, and you know, they've just got a few flowers from the garden, and that's great. If you rub a rose petal on your skin, it makes your skin smell nice and it's natural, that's great. But does it do anything? Probably not. These products, not only are they botanical, but they're also mixed with safe science, so they do something. So if they say it's going to create you to have less wrinkles, you know, help with psoriasis, eczema, anything like that, they actually do something. So they're mixing the best of nature with the best of science, which is why the products have the best clinical results that you've probably ever seen in your life. These products are sent off to outside companies to blind test them. So they test these products without knowing that they're an Arbonne product, and they've been clinically proven to come out on top. And all the clinical studies are in the catalogues on the website. And that for me was really important, because a lot of companies will say 100% of participants noticed a difference. And that could be two people that have just said in the company, yeah, we saw a difference. When they're clinically tested, that means that's scientists, dermatologists, ophthalmologists testing these products without knowing what company, what brand they are. They're not being paid to give an unbiased opinion. They're being paid to give their honest opinion, and then those results have to be published, because I suppose it's a bit of a gamble for a lot of companies, because most of the time companies, their products aren't the best. So if they're going to send them off to be blind tested, they know they're not going to come back very good, and they have to publish those findings. Arbonne do this with their products, and they publish their findings, and they're always clinically proven to be the best of the best that you can possibly buy. And we're never tested on animals. If you see a company that says it's not tested on animals, that means the end product, so say a hand cream, is not tested on an animal. However, the ingredients to make that hand cream probably were tested on an animal. So we are never tested on animals, and we never will be. We are never test anything to do with Arbonne on animals. Whereas other companies that say they're not tested on animals, that means the end product. It does not mean the ingredients, which probably was tested on animals. So be really careful with that. We don't contain petroleum, gluten, chemical dyes, parabens, really big one. Most people contact me about paraben-free products, and we don't contain phthalates. So this is our flagship range, the RE9. We have RE9 for women and RE9 for men, because men's skin is different to women. So a lot of products that you can buy on the high street that are packaged for men are exactly the same product as the woman. They've just got a different packaging. So men's skin is a lot coarser. They've obviously got the hair follicles for shaving. So their products are completely different to ours. The RE9 Advanced range has got 9 anti-aging elements in, which is the highest in the entire world. The closest you can get in terms of anti-aging is 7 anti-aging elements. So ours has 9 in, clinically proven to work within 24 hours. You'll notice a difference. I use theirs, and my husband uses the men's, and it is absolutely phenomenal. So here's some of our clinical results that I was talking about. And now here comes the wide range of products that we have. So from a business perspective, if you're looking at starting your own home-based business and you're thinking, okay, well, I get network marketing, of course I can get paid for making honest recommendations, but what company should I endorse? What company should I recommend? So when I looked into this, I found there was a company for everything. So holidays, mobile phones, pots and pans, candles, everything. But I thought, how often do people replace their pots and pans? You know, if you're anything like me, you get hand-me-downs from your nan and you've had them in your cupboard for the past 20 years, and they're likely going to stay there being used until something breaks, and then you'll replace it. Candles, how often do we replace these things? How often do we replace our mobile phone? How often do we go on holiday? Maybe once or twice a year. So for me, the business thing was about using products that people use on a daily basis. Everybody, no matter what their financial situation is, everybody eats and drinks and showers every day. If they don't shower, they at least wash every single day. We brush our teeth, we wear deodorant, and we use shampoo and shower gel and all these different things. So from a business perspective, I already knew that there was a market out there. I knew there was an enormous market of money being spent. So each household roughly spends £100 to £200 a month on the things that they can now buy through my business. So like I was saying, things like eating, drinking, all these personal care products. So I already know there's a market of every single house out there. So even if it was just the people on my street buying through my business, I'd be very happy with that. You know, I'd be very well on my way to earning several £1,000s a month with this company. And it's online, so that just reaches the masses. So from a business perspective, that is huge. So I've touched a bit on about the difference between traditional retail and network marketing. So traditional retail, as I was saying before, a massive part of what you pay for your product is paying the middle process. It is squeezing every drop of profit out to go into that middle process, so you get less at the end. You think you're getting a bargain paying a couple of quid for your buy one get one free shampoo like I was doing, but really you're not. When you work out actually what you're paying for, you're just paying for the byproduct of petrol. Network marketing, the product's made at the manufacturer, somebody gives you an honest recommendation, someone that's personally used that product and is recommending it to you based on your personal situation, your personal circumstances. Maybe you're looking for a solution to something. Someone's going to listen to you and be your consultant. They're going to help you with all of your shopping needs. Should you want that person, they're there for you. And then they're delivered straight to your door. So you're getting a product that's from a company that is people-driven, product-driven, not profit-driven. So a little bit about the different types of people that get involved with starting their own business with Arbonne. So we've got the baby boomers. When I first heard about this business, I thought about my mother-in-law, who's been slogging her guts, working at an accountant's for the past however many years, and she is likely not to retire from there until, I think she said 68, nearly 70, I think she said her retirement age was. And I'm looking at her and I'm thinking, you shouldn't be working all these hours in this office when you should be enjoying life. You should be enjoying your grandchildren. You should be enjoying holidays, cruises. You know, you should be slogging your guts doing all this. You've already been, you know, you've paid your dues. You've been working all these years, 40 odd years. So I told her about this business, and you know what I found? that people in the baby boomer era, so these are the people that are about 50 plus, are the best people for this business. And the reason why is because the baby boomers are the biggest part of our generation, and they push every single economy. They push the housing boom, they push the internet boom, the dot-com boom, they push every single big thing. That whatever it is the baby boomers want, that's what we follow. And the baby boomers, being over 50 now, they want to look and feel younger, so they are pushing the health and wellness industry now, which is predicted to now go up to $1 trillion industry, mainly because of the baby boomers. So speaking to my mother-in-law about this, she already wanted to use these products because she wanted to look and feel younger, and she doesn't want to work up until her retirement age. She wants to retire young, like so many of her friends, so many of the other baby boomers, and she can do this business because she can shower, she can eat, she can drink, and she can tell other people what she thinks. It's as simple as that. So the baby boomers are the best people to get involved with this business. Then you've got Gen X. Now these are the people that are about 30 to 40-ish, and they're massive on green, so recycling, chemical-free products, paraben-free products, phthalates in bottled water, things like that. They're really big on the environment and animal friendly. So they absolutely love this business because it goes with their ethics, their ethos. They really love getting involved with a company that is all about what they represent anyway. Then you've got your millennials. These are the people sort of about 20 to 30 that have probably racked up a lot of debt on credit cards, where people were just being given credit cards left, right and centre several years ago and not being taken into account whether they can afford to pay for them. They were living the high life, so buying brand new sofas, holidays, brand new cars, and then they suddenly find that they can't pay off their debt. And also, the millennials are the types of people that have gone from having two, so a husband and a wife, or a couple, have gone from having two really great incomes to having a child, starting a family, and one of those people wants to be at home, so one of their incomes is suddenly gone. And then they're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? So this business is great for that. It's great for that person that's at home with the children that just wants to work some part-time hours in the week, doing something great, leaving a legacy, using great products on their family and telling other people about this and generating that extra income into that family. Then you've got your digital generation. Now, these are your people that are about 18 plus, that are finishing school, university, and there's no jobs out there. Jobs are becoming obsolete. There's not enough jobs for the amount of people. So unfortunately, the 18-year-olds are the ones that are getting the rough end of the stick. So they're looking for something else. And also 18 plus year olds, they're quite entrepreneurial, aren't they? They're really social media savvy. They want to be traveling the world. So for them to be involved with a business like this, where it's all online, they can travel the world and still work this business, and again, the entrepreneurial thinking, this is perfect for them. So I have people that I've helped start their own business with Arbonne that are in all of those different categories, and they are absolutely storming it. So it's really simple. What do? We stop, start, share. So we stop buying our skincare, nutrition products from the supermarkets and the shops that don't pay us. Stop paying their overheads and their staff costs. Stop giving our money to stores who don't pay us a commission. Then we start enjoying the benefits of our Arbonne products. We start buying superior products at a discount from our own business. So we now start buying our products at a wholesale discount, and we get paid every time we recommend these products to other people, not just once, but every time they buy them. So people stick to this brand because it's so good. Every time they purchase from this brand online, we get paid for that. And then we share with other people how to do the same with products or the same with the business. We've got two parts to this. We've got the products and the business. We can share both of those. So why Arbonne? So it's so much more than a business. So for me, the financial aspect is huge. It's enabled my husband to work less hours. It's enabled him to retire soon, and he's not even 30 yet, and just enjoy life. But other than the financial element, the great thing is it gives us ability to run our own business. You know, how many times do we have somebody come up to us with an opportunity to do something like this? For me, never. No one's ever knocked my door and given me an opportunity like this and said, you can do this, and this is what you're going to get from it if you put the effort in. No one's ever done that. So how often do we get that? We have the ability to run our own business. We have complete support. So even though we own our own business, we're not on our own. We have support around us 24/7. We have a team of people that have it in their best interest to help us. We can contact them for coaching, mentoring, support. We've got product training support, and we've got an Arbonne University, which is completely free. People pay thousands and thousands of pounds for the training that we get for free, and we can do that at our leisure. We can choose when we decide to learn about the products, learn about the business. We can go along to conferences and things, and that's all within our fingertips. And also, we've got the ability to grow in personal development. So if you're someone that suffers with confidence, we've got things that help with confidence boosted, things that help charity. You know, Arbonne have got so much that they want to give back. They give back to charity, and that you can decide what charities that money goes to. You can put forward ideas, you can set up your own. So you get to grow as a person, grow as a leader. So it starts with one person. So for me, I started my business, or you might be thinking of starting your business, and say you work 10 hours a week. That's just a round example. You can work less, you can work more, but say you work 10 hours a week, and then let's say you introduce a couple of people to this. So say you introduce these people. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people. Now let's say those 9 people all do 10 hours a week each, plus you, that's 10. That's 100 hours a week being worked that you're earning from. You're earning a percentage of 100 hours work, yet you're just doing 10. And this is how your team grows. So you've got the two sides to your business, the direct sales, which is your clients that want help with products. And then you've got your network marketing, which is the people that want your help to grow their own business. So you're completely leveraging your time. So if you think that that's helping 9 people there, all doing 10 hours a week, plus you, so that's 100 hours a week. And then imagine if they all help 9 people each. That's 1,000 hours being worked a week, which you're earning a percentage of. You're earning a percentage of 1,000 hours being worked a week. So for me, I've personally introduced 12 people to this business now, and they work their own business, and they've introduced people, and they've introduced people. So now I have nearly 1,000 people that are working their own business that I earn a percentage of. So that is just incredible. That is time leverage, and I still just work part-time. So I'm just going to run through, we're coming to the end now, how much we actually earn. So there are only 4 levels of management with this company, and in time you work your way through the management levels. People can do this quicker, people can do it slower. It's your business, it's your choice. So your first level of management is a district manager, and at this level you earn up to 8%. You can also go on an incentive trip. There's 4 trips that we can get involved with every single year. And if you earn all of those, you don't have to go on all of them. You can choose which ones you go on, or you can go on all of them. It's entirely your choices. 4 incentive trips that you can earn at every level. So back to the district manager. Your average income is between £100 and £800 a month, and it takes roughly 1 to 6 months to become a district manager. So for me, it took me 4 months to become a district manager. And my first paycheck here was £500, and my last paycheck before I promoted again was £700. So working part-time hours around my children, that was an amazing side income coming in. I really, really was happy with that. And I earned myself a trip to Arizona at this point. I've also been to Las Vegas. I've been on a Caribbean cruise, and I've got other trips coming up as well. So I have been involved with quite a lot of the trips that Arbonne provide. Then you've got the area manager level. It takes roughly 6 months to become an area manager, 6 to 12 months, and you earn up to 14% here. So the average income here is between £800 and £2,500 a month. So for me, 6 months in, I was an area manager, and I was earning, my first paycheck was £1,000, and my last one before I promoted again was 2,300. And your business is willable here. So not only are you building this business for yourself, you're also leaving a willable asset. So if anything happens to you, Arbonne still pay you that paycheck. So say £2,500 at this level, say, they still give you that paycheck every single month if you were to pass away, and that'd be given to your spouse or to your children or to your family, whoever you will your business to. And that's up to 6 generations down. So your children will be your first generation, your grandchildren will be your second generation. I mean, that's incredible. Building that business as a plan B, just in case anything happens to you, it's great. Okay, then you've got the third level, which is a regional vice president. This is where I am now. You earn up to 17% of your overrides turning through your business, and the average income here is £2,500 to £10,000 a month. So my first paycheck as a regional vice president was £4,300, and my last paycheck, so this month, was just over £6,000 a month. So again, you can see you're still doing the same hours, but your team is growing and growing and growing. And also, I'm just touching on the overrides that you earn here. You actually also earn a straight 35% from your clients in the direct selling side. But don't worry too much about that. Just trust me when I say the compensation plan is incredibly good. Okay, so you also at the regional vice president level get given a cash bonus of £500 a month to go and choose a brand new white Mercedes to drive around, and that's your car. You choose it, and Arbonne will pay you to do that. and I love driving mine. I went from a £200 Fiesta to a 30 grand Mercedes. I absolutely love it. My kids do as well. They like it. When I pick them up from school now, not in a little banger, but in a nice swish white Mercedes. Okay, then you've got the fourth and final level of promotion, which is a national vice president. It takes roughly 3 to 5 years to get to the top of this company as a national vice president. I did just miss something on the regional vice president one. Sorry, going back to the third level, it takes roughly 1 to 3 years. It took me 11 months to get there. So anyway, back to national vice president. I'll be there before my 18-month anniversary in this business, and we earn up to 18%. The average income here is £10,000 a month upwards, which is insane. I know. When I first heard that, I thought, no way, that's way too good to be true. But actually, if you think about it, you're earning a percentage of the profit running through not only your business but your whole team's business. So it makes sense. It makes complete sense. And I've got friends in this business that are actually earning £30,000 to £40,000 a month from their business working part-time. It's insane, but it's true. And it's better to do it this way than to be slogging your guts, working a full-time job, knowing that you'll never ever get to the top. You know, this is really straightforward to get to the top of this business. It just takes a bit of effort, a bit of hard graft, and a bit of learning leadership skills, but everybody can do it. There's not one person that can't do this. You also get paid at the national vice president level to go to Maui and Las Vegas every single year, and you get a bigger car allowance to get a new white Mercedes. So as I was saying before, we're in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia and Poland. And as you can see on this map, the green is where we are and the blue is where we're going. So if you want to be involved with something that's at ground floor level, that's going to absolutely explode, a bit like going back to thinking about Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook, invited 5 people into his dorm room to tell him about Facebook. 2 people came, and those 2 people are multi-billionaires now, thanks to knowing about that. If you want to be involved with something like that that's happening again, this is the company to get involved with. You might not be interested in skincare and nutrition, but somebody once said to me, if you make what you love a hobby, great. Make what the world loves a business, and you will never look back. The world loves health and wellness. The world loves to shower, keep clean, eat and drink, and we're going global. So from a business perspective, products aside, this is huge. So if you want to be involved with something huge, this is where you want to be looking. So there are 3 ways for people to be involved with this company. The first is to host. So people might not be ready to start their own business with Arbonne for whatever reason, but they can host events. They can host makeup events, nutrition events, business events, whatever it may be, and they earn free products from doing that. Then you've got people that just want to order products. So most people want to be a client or preferred client where they order the products and they get a great discount and lots of freebies with that. Or you've got the independent consultant option, which is where you're ready to start your own business. So it's £56 that you just pay once. You get that amazing website that I was saying about, incredible website, and you get everything at wholesale. And then you are then building your business with support and help, and you get that an unlimited income opportunity. You're never capped on how much you earn. It's just so much fun as well. Gosh, we have the most fun. We have road trips, we go to conferences, we go on holiday abroad. It is just the best thing to spend your time doing. You're not only spending your time building a business, but you're spending your time having fun, helping people. It is brilliant. And I know that in several years' time, when people say to me, gosh, you got involved with that Arbonne really early on, didn't you? And I'll be like, yeah, I know, it's amazing. And I'll just have had the most best fun and memories and time doing this. So if you've got any questions, feel free to ask me or ask whoever sent you this video, and enjoy the journey, because it's exciting, it is fun, it's an adventure, and don't overthink it. The worst thing you can do is overthink it and ask someone's opinion that doesn't understand it. So don't do what I did. My friend told me about this, and then I came home and asked my husband's opinion. Bearing in mind, he's got no idea what network marketing is or Arbonne or anything that I've just explained. And he was like, no, it doesn't sound very good. I didn't listen to him. I did it anyway. And the great thing is, he then a few months later was like, actually, it is really good, isn't it? And he set up his own business as well. And he's absolutely doing amazing with his own business. But if I'd listened to him when I first told him about it and listened to his, then I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. So don't ask anyone's opinion that doesn't understand it. Ask someone's opinion that fully understands network marketing, direct sales, Arbonne, health and wellness, people that are credible, people that are earning the type of money you want to earn. Ask their opinion. Don't ask someone's opinion that isn't earning the type of money you want to earn, isn't doing something in life that you want to be doing. People that are going places, people that are entrepreneurial, people that think business sense. Ask their opinion, because they're credible in what they're talking about. And have fun with it. You know, for me, I thought, do you know what is the worst thing that could possibly come out of this? I've spent a little bit of money that I'd probably spend on takeaway anyway, starting my business and having a go at something huge, something enormous. And for me, it's just been the best thing I could have possibly done for my family, for my friends, for the people that I didn't know a year ago that now I know because they've found out about this because I said yes to this. All those thousands of people that I didn't know, but because I said yes and I told someone who told someone who told someone, the amount of messages that you get from people saying thank you so much a year ago for saying yes, because you said yes to this and you worked at this and you told people about this, because of all these people I've now found out about this, and this has saved my marriage, this has saved my skin, this has saved my financial situation, whatever it may be. You cannot put a price on people thanking you, and the messages that you get, it's just amazing. So enjoy making your decision and speaking to people about going forward with this, because it is quite frankly the best thing you'll ever do. So thank you.